In this month's episode, Elizabeth recaps how awesome Anime Boston was. FUNimation tells us their plan to leave no con behind. We show you what convention attendees think, if they do. Plus news and upcoming conventions. I'm Sketch, and this is the AnimeCons.com podcast for June 2009. This episode is sponsored by DreamHost. In the Western United States, the Society for the Promotion of Japanese Animation has announced the finalists for its 2009 SPJA Industry Awards. All categories are up for public voting via both the SPGA and Anime Expo websites. The winners will be announced during the Anime Expo 2009 Industry Reception. Anime Expo has also announced guest of honor voice actors Carrie Walgren, Trigun creator Yoshihiro Natao, and Satoshi Nishimura. The people behind Robot Chicken, head of Studio Opry and screenplay writer Yosuke Koreda, director Seiji Mizoshima, and Gurren Lagann director and character designer Hiroyuki Ishimichi and Atsushi Nishiguri. Cartoon Network will also be at the convention to host portfolio reviews in the Artist Alley. Southwest Animation Convention and Expo has announced animation director, producer, and writer Ralph Bakshi as a guest of honor. Over in the Midwest, ColossalCon has announced their final guests of honor, Brad Swale and Gavin Gushka. GeekCon has announced its first guests, voice actor Kyle Aber and fantasy author Chad Corey. In news in the South, Anime Alabama has announced actor Robert Axelrod, musical artist Maja, costume designer Meredith Placco, and publisher Mini Comics will be guests of the convention. MetroCon has added 2 additional guests for its convention. Ryan Drummond and Brad Swale have been added to the guest roster that already includes fellow Gundam Wing actors Mark Hildreth, Scott McNeil, and Kirby Moreau. Otocorp has announced that musician Kanon Wakashima will make her U.S. debut at Otakon 2009. Voice actor Tony Oliver will also be appearing. The convention will host a series of free dubbing workshops offered by Bang Zoom Entertainment, a professional dubbing studio known for its work in animation and video games. Subatsucon has announced guests Leah Clark, Daryl Gilbo, Lisa Furukawa, Chen-Li Quick, and Gina Biggs. What's happening in the Northeast? ZenkaiCon has announced new guests, actor Johnny Young Bosch, the band I Shine, DJ High Five, and Ikozu Studios. ConnectiCon has announced that Sandeep Pakara, Scott Chernoff, Tony Janning, and Christina V will be guests at this year's convention. New York Anime Festival has announced that the World Cyber Games USA National Final will be held at their convention in September. Finally, outside the US, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Icon has announced that Stephanie Shea has canceled her appearance due to work-related conflicts. However, Tiffany Grant has been announced as a new guest for the convention this July.
I'm at the Heinz Convention Center in Boston, Massachusetts for Anime Boston 2009.
Anime Boston 2009 was held at the Heinz Convention Center in Boston, Massachusetts, May 22nd through the 24th. They featured the usual convention events such as a masquerade, a dealer's room, dances, including a formal dance, video game rooms, and an artist alley. The convention's theme this year was mystery, which was woven into many events such as Cosplay Chess, the yearly event held at the convention.
A traditional fashion is starting the game. We're going to do the traditional move.
So it's 9:15 on Friday, and there are already a ton of people here, meeting up with old friends, making some new ones, and a ton of people dressed in costume. And I feel kind of left out, so I'm going to change.
Hey everyone! Welcome to Animated Scripted at Anime Boston 2009!
The convention also hosted events such as Anime Unscripted, hosted by Patrick D., as well as games such as Anime Squares, Trivia, and Hyakunin Quizu. The Heinz Convention Center is a great facility with huge hallways to hold all the attendees, over 15,000 this year. The host hotel, the Boston Sheraton, was connected to the Heinz and also held several events, including those that went till 3 a.m. The Heinz is adjacent to the Prudential Center Mall, with easy access to many food options for hungry otaku.
So it's Saturday, day 2 of Anime Boston, and everyone's ready for a full day of panels, screenings, and events, including the 2 big events, the Calafina concert and the Masquerade.
Welcome to Calafina.
Hello, Boston! Hi! I'm Wakana. Hello, I'm Keiko. Nice to meet you, I'm Hikaru. We're Calafina.
My name is Yuki Kajiura. And I am a composer from Japan. And I'm also a producer of Calafina. Thank you.
Saturday, the con hosted 2 big events, a concert with Calafina and the Masquerade.
Amazingly adorable little daughter who just turned 3. I'm here to announce a once-in-a-lifetime event that you get to experience.
Jenny, Lisa's customer service director and manager, and Jenny is assistant registration director. And so, as you can see, it's mid-afternoon on Saturday, and there's no line, which is good, very good contrast from last year. You guys want to tell us real quick what registration did this year to make the line more fun?
The first thing we did was we made sure that we had enough stations open, so we had more people processing, and we also hired an outside vendor called Expo Logic to do our on-site database and our interface, our badge printing, so that everything was a lot faster and more streamlined.
And now, what was the most wait time, the longest wait time?
Clocked in at like 2 hours. We had these little cards that we passed out periodically, took them to the back of the line, just told them to turn it in, and then clocked when it went out, when it came back in, and most people waited 2 hours all throughout the convention. So,
and that was our peak times. That was in the morning.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Re-registration on Thursday night. I think we had our highest time in about 45 minutes.
So it's Sunday at Anime Boston, day 3, and the crowds are definitely a lot thinner as some people maybe start to go home, and of course a lot of people just come on Saturday. Today's big event is cosplay chess, and we'll have some footage of that for you later. And it's the last day. I'm sure everyone spent a lot of money in the dealer's room, met up with old friends, met some new friends, maybe won some awards at the Masquerade. And it's been a great weekend, especially with registration being a lot better. And so, this is it from Anime Boston 2009. We'll see you next year at Anime Boston 2010. I'm here with Adam Pan of FUNimation, and he's going to tell us about the No Con Left Behind
amazing. So we set up a program where we actually support all these other conventions we can't go to. We're basically, they contact us or we send out feelers for people who want help and say, hey, we'll gladly send you screeners, screening permission, promotional items, price support for your charity auctions or your giveaways or anything along that line. And also, we also ask you like maybe an ad in your program for one of our shows. We also give them a shout out on our blog and sometimes on our website we're trying to set up as well. So pretty much we had, I think last year we had about 100, 120 different conventions in the system. We're trying to beat that for this year.
That's pretty good. I think we were 250 conventions last year.
Yeah, so we're trying to get as many as possible. We want to get all of them if we can. So that's the goal, is to try to get somehow Funimation sponsorship and help in every convention possible out there.
Is there any kind of restriction a convention can run into, or is it pretty much they sign up?
Pretty much, it's availability is a restriction. Some people ask for like, hey, can I get a copy of Fanon? I'm here. And I'm like, well, we don't have any copies available right now, sorry. Or they'll say, hey, you just licensed the show, can I get a copy of it? I'm like, well, we haven't made it yet, so you can't have that. Basically, if it's available and we have it in stock, we're really happy to give it out to you. And screen permission, sometimes we're like, hey, we have a copy of this, even though you don't. We have permission to show it, we just don't need a copy of it. Like, oh, sure, not a problem. So there's a lot of the old Genion stuff and some of the stuff we got from Art Deal and ADV stuff. We don't have as many back copies available. So if they have a copy of the old originals, we're happy to show it. So that's really the only limitations.
They sign up for me on the website?
Yeah, you can contact me at conventions@funimation.com and basically say, hey, I'm a con. We want to help promote Funimation and get more stuff at our cons. We're in a situation. Here's our dates. Here's what we need from your stuff. And can you please ship us stuff? And I'll be like, sure, gladly. As long as they give us a good amount of time. The biggest problem we run into is a con's like a month out or sometimes a couple weeks out. Hey, we got a con next 2 days from now. Can you send us stuff? It's like, I'll try, but I'll see what we can do for you. So give us a nice long 3 to 6 month lead time, and generally we can do anything you need.
So your title at Funimation, Senior Events Manager, what exactly does that mean?
Basically means I'm the person that comes out to all these different conventions and events, as well as events actually at these shows. We treat each one as a separate event. But she goes around and talks to all the fans at all the different shows, as well as sets them up, buys the person who designs what we're going to have to do. Not like design artists, basically like, this would be a wonderful idea, then give it to our artists and make it ready, because I can't draw a circle. So overall, I'm the one-stop shop in the company for setting up conventions and events. And then I go out to we do about 15 to 20 a year. I think this year we got about 17 or so. So at all those different conventions and events, I'm in charge of the logistics, the planning, and the execution. So overall, pretty much the reporting and growing of conventions at Funimation. And talking to all the fans, basically.
Now, did you go to anime conventions before you worked for Funimation?
Oh yeah, I've been doing AnimeCons for, let's see, 97 was my first anime convention, actually right out of high school, my first college. Anime Fest in Dallas. So it was like, hey, they have shows for anime. So I've been Anime Fest was like 3. Just been following all the stuff from Robotech to Ron 1/2 to DBZ, and then found about conventions in college, did the usual thing. I've got a lot of money, and then blew it all in like 5 minutes. Slept in dealers' rooms, partied the rave all night long. So I definitely came from the culture of conventions. Even in college, I started a marketing firm with me and 3 guys to market different conventions like AnimeCon, locally along those lines. So yeah, I've done a lot of things with conventions, volunteering, as well as just enjoying them before I joined Funimation. I actually worked for a company called Small Entertainment before all this, that actually did the Dragon Ball Z card game, and actually did tours for them, and actually did conventions for them as well. So it's a lot of fun. It's funny though, I'm so ingrained now with conventions that if I still say, hey, go enjoy a convention, I'm like, what do people do now? Like, they go to panels, right? I don't even know. I feel so ingrained on this side, but I still just love going out here. A small town comes into a building for 3 days and then disperses afterwards. Just I find it so fascinating.
What's the furthest you've ever traveled from?
Let's see, San Diego Comic-Con's West Coast, Boston's East Coast, and Toronto. Haven't done Brazil yet. We know that some cons in Brazil must come out, so is Mexico. So I think from the Dallas area, either side of the coast, San Diego Comic-Con, Anime Expo, Seattle for SakuraCon, and like Boston, Boston Pier, New York Anime Fest, New York Comic-Con, MegaCon in Florida. So we stay mostly U.S., North America. So see, that's the furthest we go out. I'd love to do Japan. I'd love to do UK one day, but not yet.
What's some of the strangest questions people have asked you when you've done conventions?
Can a if Goku and Jesus were in a fight, who would win? And that was one of those ones. Go ask your mom. But we get generally we get a wide variety of strange questions from like, hey, why did you we don't like what you did with Naruto. You guys need to fix that. And I argue, I tell them like that wasn't us. Yeah, we know you did it. I'm like, no, that was Fizz. I'm sorry you don't like their stuff. I think it's good, but it's not us. Well, you guys need to fix that. I'm like, but it's not our stuff. That and someone goes and you're Chris Savage. I changed head and my voice was rough talking a week. I'm like, I'm not Chris Savage. You're Chris Savage, aren't you? I'm like, I'm not Chris Savage. You're his younger brother. Like, I'm not Chris Savage. Okay, we signed my Vegeta poster, so I signed it not Chris Savage. So the usual ones are like, when's the show coming out? Are you getting the sequel to this? Can I buy this? Along those lines. When's the voice actors getting here? But there's still always a couple of odd ones popping up here and there.
Hey, this month's episode of the AnimeCons.com podcast is brought to you by DreamHost. Use promo code ANIME1 when you sign up for service with DreamHost, and you can get a second free domain name. A second, that's right, because when you sign up, normally you get just one, but with our promo code ANIME1, you can get a second free domain. Not only that, you get unlimited bandwidth, unlimited disk space, SQL databases, you get one-click installs like MediaWiki and PHBB, WordPress, all sorts of cool stuff. I've used this to host all my websites like AnimeCons.com, Chibi Project, AnimeUnscripted.com. I've been hosting there for 6 years now, and I'm sticking with them. I love them. And so plans start at $5.95 a month. The yearly plan, if you're going to pay 1 year at a time, that's $9.95 a month. And again, use promo code ANIME1 and you get a free second domain name, and that domain is free as long as you're staying on DreamHost. So you won't have to pay the renewal fees on 2 domains. Also, I want to mention that AnimeCons.com will be at PortCon, Maine. It runs June 18th through the 21st. That's Thursday through Sunday. And Thursday is open to pre-registered attendees. So if you've pre-registered, we'll see you on Thursday. Otherwise, we'll see you Friday through Sunday. And the guests of PortCon, Maine are Daniel Kevin Harrison, a voice actor, Tiffany Grant, Samantha Inoue Hart, and Denise Poirier, who's the voice of Aeon Flux. How cool is that? Also, our very own Sketch is a guest up at PortCon, along with many other artists. So definitely come check us out and say hi if you see any of the podcast crew. We'd love to talk to you. Finally, I do want to mention, speaking of podcasts, our sister podcast, The Chibi Project. That's the one that I host with Jekka, and that's why I've got all these little toys here. We're going to be starting up Season 2 on June 17th. So please subscribe in iTunes, check us out at chibiproject.com. We will have a whole website redesigned, cleaning things up a bit, and we'll also have Season 2 coming out, which has brand new experiments like Poor Kanoki here, which we did at Anime Boston this past weekend, and some other stuff I can't really talk about yet because we're going to leave it as a surprise. But more death and destruction and mayhem on the Chibi Project Season 2. Brand new opening, graphic, fancy things, so that's fun. And yeah, just some general improvements. So definitely check out the Chibi Project on June 17th. You heard it here first.
This is my before this one. This is my second time.
My second, her second, my third.
This is actually my third year.
Third year? First? Oh, yeah, second.
No, it's not.
Third. I have not.
I've been to Ohio a couple times. It's about to come.
Picture too? Yeah. AnimeCons.
It's fun. You get to see all these people. You get to be with them. No, I love the costumes. Cosplayers can be enjoyed.
Cosplay. Showing our kind.
I'm a geek and I love anime and stuff like that, and I'm proud of it.
This is pretty much the one place that I come to stock up on mangas.
When you come and you get all dressed up in cosplay, you don't feel weird like you do when you're at home and you're like, let's go in costumes to the mall, guys, and they're like, that's weird. And here
Probably Ghost in the Shell. Slayers.
Trigun. Yeah, Trigun, Death Note, Fullmetal Alchemist. Dogs is a new anime that's gonna come out. That's really good. Check out the manga.
Probably either Ghost in the Shell or Luffy.
Naruto.
Well, even though it's really corny, I really like Hiptaro because it's so cute, and I like Yatsuba. I like Azuma.
Very current. Death Note and the Melancholy of Arceus.
Super Mario Brothers. Yeah.
I love Katamari. New games?
Metal Gear series.
Maybe Soul Calibur.
Zelda. I like number 3. I like the City Coden series.
I work at Home Depot. I'm a web developer and a stand-up comic.
Right now we're seniors and we're about to become college students in fall.
Yep.
Congratulations. I'm in school. I'm a student. I'm a DSP for RIM Community Options.
I travel here from Burlington, Vermont. I came here from New Hampshire.
West Virginia! Mountain Mama.
I'm from Tufton, Mass.
Okay.
And I'm from Hamilton.
Massachusetts, yeah.
Vic. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Mignogna, something like that. Yeah. I don't know the name of my favorite. And Troy Baker. I'm so excited to see him today. Vic Mignogna. Brad Swale.
I agree.
Oh wait, Kirby Morrow. Kirby Morrow, yeah.
Stephen J. Blum for anime.
Brave. People asking to take pictures and asking to take pictures of people. Meeting new people.
Yeah, random friendships.
Yes. Dancing.
Yeah.
That's all we've been doing.
I like Friday and Saturday night.
I like meeting people. That was good.
I really like going to artist gallery. Look at all the art. That was probably the most for me.
Maybe this.
A bear. Got it on tape now?
So it's Sunday.
This month's episode of
ZenkaiCon has announced new guest actor Johnny Young Bosch. The band.
Nude?
Nude. Did I say nude? I am so sorry.